Hey everyone, J-Dog here, Johnny Duke the Old Guy Gamer, and I'm back with part 2 of my recruitment series that I'm doing, Year 1 Boise State. We're about to advance to the next week, and let's see what happened with all of the prospects that we've targeted. So, as you're familiar with, I'm sure, you get a little bit of information on what's changed with some of your recruits. You can see changes to any of your team information. I do like to look at these and just see what's going on because it is important when people cut down to 5 schools. That is what we care about. But again, you know, for these guys, you can see whether or not you've developed interest with them or not. We've stayed number 1 here. You know, we've gained some ground there. Everyone else you can see is going down with the red arrows. Same thing here. We've gained major ground probably because we offered them a contract no one else has. So we're way ahead, which is a good sign for now. And we just need to, you know, capitalize on being ahead, you know, use that momentum. So it's a bye week. So we'll take a look here. All we have to do is our recruiting. So we'll go back in and take a look at what exactly is going down. So again, this is just my personal preference. We can go straight through if you prefer. I like to start with my positions that need the most amount of care. So that's all of my left guards. And if we look at Quincy Irvin here, we have really moved way ahead of Ohio State, mostly because we gave him that offer. This is a position that we really care about. We've got the 600 hours up there that we can work with. And if you look over to the right, right above where it says influence with the 4 green arrows, it shows that we have up to 75 hours of time that we can give this guy to try to convince him to come here. You know, that number is directly impacted by what you've been doing with your skill tree for your coach, which I will take a look at before I leave this second video. So let's take a look here before we start doing anything at our 3 left guards that we've targeted. Irvin is looking good. Chu is looking really good. I mean, even though 2 other schools have offered him a scholarship, we are heads and shoulders in front of them. And then Monty Hall, we are not really in the running on, it looks like. So we could continue to sink like time and effort into getting this guy. But with Texas closing in on already signing him, and there's a lot of tough competition between us and them, I'm just not sure that we're going to get in there. So it might be worthwhile to look at a different left guard. But we were kind of having problems with that before. But let's just see. Let's just see if there's anything that looks remotely promising. You know, we've already got 1 red diamond that we're deciding to keep just because we need this position so bad. You know, all the other ones that had interest in us are also red diamonds. I don't want too many. We might just need to pivot. This might be a time to take a shot at a 2-star left guard just to try to fill that position for now. But I'm actually thinking we'll go for Chad Hillman instead. I just don't think that this is worth our time and energy at this point. So we're going to pivot. We're going to target Hillman. We're going to get out of here. We're going to take away our offer. It's that one that we just really don't have a chance on. I mean, I love going for 4 stars, but it's really not worth it right now for me. So the writing's on the wall there, so we'll remove that one, and we will actually do a little scouting here just to see that we're not getting yet another red diamond. Oh, so look at this. Now we found a diamond in the rough. This is even better. So Hillman, we're going to have to pour some time into. So let's just go ahead with this guy. We've got quite a bit of time right now. He is a green diamond, so I'm just going to send the house at this guy because I do want him. Since we're already behind, I mean, he's already got multiple offers. I'm going to wait 1 week before I offer him a contract and just see what happens. We'll take it from there. But Our other left guards, we're like so far ahead that I don't think I need to go too crazy. This guy's a red diamond, so I'm not super worried about it anyway, but I don't want to lose him. So for all I'm going to do for these guys right now, we're going to try to get to know the player. For Quincy Urban, again, just for now, we're going to DM him, just 10 hours right now. Chu, again, because we need the position so bad, and, you know, this is a 3-star, we're going to start at 25 hours and see where we get from there. But we might up these after we get through everyone, but this is just where we're starting. So left guard was a concern, right tackle is another. We only have one targeted. We go back to overview, we can see that we are ahead. But we haven't really like blown away the competition. We have plenty of time to give at the moment, so let's kind of give him a little bit more than normal. So we're going to give him 35 hours total for this week. And then we're going to move over to the outside linebacker position. And these guys obviously are going to need some hours. So we stayed at number 2. We're still slightly behind Arizona. We can offer up to 80 hours. This guy is a 5-star, and we are going to send the house, and we're going to add in DMing the player. And we'll probably do roughly the same for Zenner. Where are we on his list? So we moved up to 3rd. We are not that far behind other schools. So same second verse, same as the first, right? Let's really go for these guys. They're interested in being here. We've got the playing time to give them. We need them, so let's just do it. Hodge. We are still ahead, but we're basically neck and neck with Tennessee there, so he'll have to get some time. We've moved into 1st with Head here, which is a good sign. We're just slightly ahead, but we're ahead with Head. Ben Suarez, we are not even on the list, so we might throw some hours at him and see if we can get on it. And the only reason I'm going to keep trying with this guy is we have the need for him, and maybe that's what we can sell it on, because if you look on the lower right, I'm sorry, it's proximity to home. That's his deal breaker. On the lower right, the deal breaker is listed. He's looking for a B-. We have an A-. We exceed that. So maybe if we can hang around, this might be the guy that we try to sneak in at the end and get. But Hodge, let's get into contacting the family and friends. Same with Head. And then, Chapman here, he's getting close to almost like signing. So I think we're just going to go 25 all around to all of these guys. Again, they're people that we need. Let's go after them. So then we're going to switch to the punter. And normally you don't have to put a lot into the punter, but we want to make sure that we're way ahead on this guy because he is a diamond in the rough. So we'll shoot a social media search and a DM the player. Let's get him moving. All right. So now we're going to go down to our 2 stars. We'll start with our strong safety. How are we looking here? We're far and away number 1 with Ibrahim. We are not even on the list for Dwyer. We do have a good deal breaker with him. I think we're going to kind of focus on staying ahead here, but we don't need to go crazy. This guy, I think actually I'm going to do this the other way around because I want to stay ahead and at least make sure I get this guy. So that's what we're looking at. And of course, all of this is to start to unlock the motivation factors over on the right. You want to find out what they care about so you can sell it to them, and eventually we're going to get to the soft sells and all of that stuff. But this is what we're working on. This is the whole point, is to unlock as much information as we can about this player. Obviously, I think the more hours you spend, the more you learn about them. Right now, though, we're trying to make sure that we get some hours into everybody, and then we can kind of assess where we want to dole out any extra time that we have. So again, we're focusing on the 2 stars. So we finished up with the strong safeties. We're going to move now to the left end, and then after that, wide receiver. And then everyone else is just the 1 star. So, we'll probably get a minimum of 10 if we can, into 10 hours into each other player, but we'll see. It also depends on where we are kind of in the influence range, and like this guy's kind of ahead, so that's good. We're also getting close to like where he might sign, so we're actually going to do something like this for him. This guy, this was a 4-star that is a red, so I'm just going to try to just stick around for now. Yeah, if we get him, fine. If we don't, I'm not really that worried about it. Oops. We'll remove social media. We'll add DMing the player, just see what happens. Then we got to go to wide receiver. Oops. Get back in there. All right. So Dean Griffin is the guy that we want. We have moved ahead into first place pretty steadily. I do really want to get this guy because he's a diamond in the rough. So I'm probably gonna overspend here in the sense of we really want to get this guy. And what we'll do instead is maybe kind of not really this guy, we'll just give him the search social media, and that's kind of like the offset, I guess, a little bit. But there we have it. So now we're gonna just go in and fill the rest of the positions. You know, like I said, we're gonna shoot for like 10 hours if we can get away with it. I mean, even this guy, I feel like I could probably do 5 hours on because we're just so far ahead. But he is a 4-star, so we'll just stick to the plan. If this guy's way ahead, we'll give him 5. Yeah, so this guy will get 5 just for now. We can always adjust later as we need to. There is a left tackle. Yeah, the left tackles we need to give some time to. So we're ahead there. We are not even on the board there. So we're going to do 5 here. 10 here for now. All right. We do need to look at the right guard. How are we? Way ahead. I'll do that. No centers. All right. We got the right tackle, right? Yeah, everyone's good there. Okay. So, D-end. Way ahead. We'll just hit 5. Defensive tackle. This is another guy that we want. But where are we? He's very close to signing. Can we get away with 25? Let's find out. Then we look at middle linebacker. We're just getting started, so the 10 should be fine there. And then the last thing we have to look at is cornerback. Ahead, so we'll stick with the 10. All right, so at this point, we have a pretty good start of things. We've got 30 hours left. I think there was a guy we needed to scout. So what I'm going to do is go back and make sure that everyone has some hours. And then we're going to look for the guy that doesn't have the binoculars next to the hours, because that's the guy we need to scout. Right here. So Ruggs. Oh, look at what we found. So since we have found another diamond in the rough, we've got 10 extra hours left over. Let's go ahead and DM that player, put more into him. We're way ahead, but we want this guy. And then that's it. That's our week. This is what we're gonna do, and you know, we'll see. Since it's a bye week, I'll have, you know, I'll give you the results in the next video of what happened. But before I leave this video, I want to go over and just talk about, I don't know how you want to build your coach, but I very much wanted to be a recruiter. So this is where the most of my money has gone, so to speak. And as you can see, I've kind of maxed out the lower tier. It's going to be hard for me to unlock the bottom tiers. You got to get a top 5 recruiting class, but you know, these things are helping, and you can see how, like, as you go. So the first tier on like the quarterbacks, you know, it takes less time to fully scout them. The second time, your recruiting actions have bigger impacts. Third time, you increase the hours that you can put into them. And then the fourth time is they're more interested in you. And as you can see, I have maxed out every position but about the linebacker position and the special teams, but those will be done by the end of the year. But this is helping to give me an edge in signing people. If signing is what you want to do, if that's how you want to build your program, I really recommend, doing that. I have my other points in the motivator, but for now it's been pretty exclusive here. So that's it. That's our first week of actually, putting hours out. We will sim ahead to the next week and see exactly how it goes.